Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. So OG Fortnite has officially dropped, but what can we take from this? Well, today I'll be going over my thoughts on Fortnite OG. As much as I'm genuinely enjoying a lot of Fortnite OG season, there are a few certain things that aren't really making it feel like the true OG we once experienced. Honestly, I've been really surprised with how things are going, as we've got so many things back from the game we had in 2017. So, what is making it feel like it's not OG? Well, first, let's begin by going over what's actually good in Fortnite OG. Then move on to the bad things, and what we could or needs to be changed, so then it's more of a fair argument. I mean, the OG weapons look and sound the exact same. It's so refreshing to shoot a Scar or a burst assault rifle because the sounds are amazing. But also, the item icons are also the same. It's so cool how the grenades look. The simple white design looks so clean, and for me, brings back so many memories. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I truly think that having the same movement as Chapter 6 is a good thing. The game has evolved so much to the point where completely reverting absolutely everything to Fortnite like it was in 2017 may not be such a good idea. Do you guys generally prefer barely moving instead of walking, or jogging instead of sprinting? It drags the game out so much more, which just isn't Fortnite anymore. And add to that, the game already has barely any movement anyways. But let's take a moment to appreciate the graphics. I understand that the visuals aren't precisely the same, but the aesthetic of the map is genuinely amazing. When entering into Fatal Fields or Anarchy Acres, it switches up to this really nice orangey look that really suits the POI. The dynamic change within the map is literally perfect, and when we compare them to Chapter 6, it isn't really an argument. The Chapter 6 look is almost too advanced. We've got obviously way too many clouds, the sky changes to day and night. It isn't the same with what we had in OG Fortnite. Oh, and also, having the OG Victory Royale animation is very important. It might sound just a bit stupid, but when I got a win earlier with my boys, the feeling I got was kinda unexplainable. Just a wave of nostalgia hit me all at once. So it's really good to see these things return to the game. Generally, Fortnite has made the OG game mode very good, but I still think that there are a few things to improve on. So where do we start? Firstly, it feels far way too sweaty. Fortnite OG is currently filled with a lot of really good players, and therefore it kinda limits the experience we all want to have. But this problem stems from something else, and that's not being able to have an actual ranked mode. In every single season, even parts of Chapter 1, we've had a ranked system. To not have this feature in the game, it creates a massive skill gap for everybody. And this kind of links with the building mechanic. I feel like Epic realized the building mechanic was going to create a divide in the community. Obviously, some players love it and some hate it. And ultimately, it's been the reason a lot of players are still grinding, but it also could be the reason people stop playing. Originally, Battle Royale was meant to be a side game to save the world. Epic didn't expect it to become more popular than Save the World. So what if they never introduced turbo building, or just removed it when OG dropped? Everything would be different. But this goes even further. So obviously we have the zero build mode, which I know a lot of you guys are happy about because it really wasn't expected to come in OG Fortnite. But even in zero build, at times, it really feels too advanced, and some people can't handle it. But some players really love it. Some people are asking, is zero build more like the OG Fortnite than build mode? Well, it might feel more real because nobody was really building back then, or at least building in 2017. But I'd imagine the map itself is quite weird for zero build, because the Chapter 1 map was not made for zero build in my opinion. So it's just bloom fights across the map with wide open space. Another issue for zero build is the guided missile. When it was added back in Chapter 1 Season 5, it wasn't actually that effective because people could build something to obviously block the missile. I've not really seen guided missiles, so I'm not sure if it's actually out yet, but I think this is going to be a big problem when it's in the game. But I'm personally not the biggest fan of zero build. I apologize. I want to be able to use builds and edits without having to stress about all the good players, because that's not what pub games were back then at all. That said, at the start of any new season or game mode, there are always sweats because it takes time to sort out the skill-based matchmaking. My next problem, the OG pass. Here we go. And there's a lot of reasons why it doesn't feel right. Firstly, the fact that we have to spec 1,000 V-Bucks and we are greeted with only 3 skins? I mean, yes, they all have edit styles as well, but having this cost the same amount as any other battle pass automatically reduces the value of the OG pass itself. Don't get me wrong, it's cool how they made skins very similar to the Chapter 1 skins. However, they definitely could have done way more with this. So the skins aren't the most classical style of skins, are they? If you look at all the edit styles of the skins, they don't really fit the look we had in Chapter 1 Season 1 at all. Next up, we have the double pump. The community was very excited to see the double pump return, but I'm already seeing a lot of backlash about how overpowered it is. Like I've been saying, the community won't react well to it, and surprise surprise, people are complaining, which is kind of fair. Like there's a fair reason for this complaint, but the pump already deals a lot of damage as it is, and it's being able to shoot it twice in short short time means killing players takes much less time. Anyways, it can't just be me, but why is it impossible to find shield? In about 80% of my games, I don't have any shield, and this isn't good because it's even easier to take more damage when the hit scan is reverted back as well. I'm sure these things are going to change, but it's something that needs to change sooner than later, otherwise people will stop playing the game completely. The reason it doesn't feel OG is because it's not the same. It can't be the same. With the movement being exception of course, and maybe another few minor changes, but for the fact, we haven't been able to revive this type of experience since Chapter 1, and it's simply unmatchable. Having no bosses, no mythics, and nothing gimmicky, just a simple loop rule and a simple map, personally, never liked any of the mythics. Actually, I like the Infinity Blade. Don't flame me in the comments because of this, because I'm actually really interested in how they re-implement this Infinity Blade, and if they make any changes with the mechs when Season X drops. Anyways, thanks for watching, make sure to subscribe, and also, do you have a favorite landing spot? In OG Fortnite for me, it's probably Loot Lake. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe.